Yo, what's up, guys? So, unfortunately, no toy hunt video this week again. Work is a pain, but I should have something next week. I did get the chance to go down to Pro Rage to their expo. I did pick up a few things, spent more money than I should have, but at the same time, I had to. It's been a interesting week. I do have a few places I want to go on my day off. It's been pretty busy though, but being busy doesn't mean I'm not spending money, unfortunately. Like I said, I am ordering stuff online. It's been a crazy time, excuse me. Trying to pick up stuff. Hopefully in the next couple of months I can actually save some money. Maybe. But I've literally got a lot of insane things coming. A lot of G.I. Joe classifieds. Still finding a lot of stuff on eBay. Amazon. Mattel Creations, Hasbro Pulse. The new G.I. Joe classifieds have been coming out lately, sooner in stores than on Pulse. I do need to find the police for the Legacy collection for classifieds. I unfortunately missed the opportunity to pick up or pre-order Steeler and Short Fuse, so I still need them. But surprisingly, I've picked up everything I think I need that has come out. That's why I'm kind of focusing on older stuff, finishing up my nostalgia, finishing up other collections. Got a bunch of stuff coming in, got a bunch of stuff that's in, and I wanted to kind of go through a couple of them. So I do have another Crimson Viper for my collection from Big Bad Toy Stores. It was on sale, surprisingly, it costs, with shipping and handling, just as a little less than what it normally costs in stores, so I'm pretty happy. And this is the last Viper I need, besides wanting a Neo Viper to complete my Viper rows. If you've watched my other videos, you know I'm literally creating a Cobra army without creating an army. I'm not like the other collectors that collect a full shelf of troopers, a full shelf of officers, I'm just trying to collect one of each. Unfortunately, the troopers and the Vipers, I did need another Retro Trooper, and I did need another Crimson Viper. How to actually complete both collections, I need the Retro Cobra Officer, and like I said, hopefully they come out with a Neo Viper. So in retrospect, for those who don't know, the Neo Vipers were actually the Vipers from G.I. Joe the movie, Rise of Cobra, where they put nanotechnology into the bloodstream to make the troopers stronger, faster, better. In lore, the Neo Vipers is actually regular Vipers that, instead of having nanotechnology put into them, were sliced with a DNA of an animal to make them more vicious, stronger, faster. And the Neo Vipers themselves looked very heavily armored. They looked like the heavy soldiers of the Viper squads. I mean, they created the Grim Vipers to be the heavy soldiers of the Range Vipers. So I'm hoping Hasbro actually does create the Neo Vipers as a not heavy artillery, but heavy armored trooper Viper. There is a lot of things I'd love to get. If you see my last G.I. Joe video, I did the unboxing of the two EOs that I have, the classified and the retro. I would love a new version of the Cobra EOS version 2, just a different color, tone things down a bit. A classified version of version 2. And that the Hydro Viper would be awesome. There's a lot of things I can't wait to see how classifieds actually make these troopers. So besides that, I also got the new Eternia Hordak. So he came with Cobra Khan and the new Snake Empress Tila. I think they're just calling her the new Eternia Tila. He does come with wings, a shield. He can turn one arm into the gun and a staff. Out of the 3-4 versions of Hordak, this one looks very insane. This is the Hordak of your nightmares. It looks like a vampire. I mean, it looks strong, but it's built like it's skinny. It looks frightening. I like the deluxe version of Hordak, the Princess of Power deluxe version, because it looks like the cartoon. It looked well built, but it wasn't scary. Even the Revelations version was not scary. Emperor Hordak. If I want something, I want the villains to look villainous, to look imposing. And that new Eternia Hordak looks imposing. So the best part of this, though, is that it does mention that the Horde is trying to destroy New Eternia. So we could be seeing New Eternia versions of Grizzlor, Leech, somewhere down the line, maybe Catra. I'm kind of happy with the way Catra looks. I'm kind of happy with the way Shadow Weaver looks. I think Leech and Grizzlor could have been better. I'm definitely happy with the way Mosquitor, Dragstar, and Mantana looks. The new Eternia version that's supposed to be coming out, I think, some early next year. Mattel has been doing pretty damn good. It kind of sucks that they have a new He-Man line. I think it's because they're kind of finished with Origins, or at least close to it. But they started doing the cartoon version of Origins, which is a long way from being completed. So I really don't know what's going on there. So besides those two, I do have a couple more figures, but that's for another day. Like I said, there is a crazy amount of stuff coming in. But I also picked up 2 old video games. one for PS2 in Japan. I think it's called Godzilla. I don't know the Japanese name to it, but it's supposed to be Godzilla Saves the Earth. I think it's Godzilla Monster Super Save the Earth or something similar to that. 20 monsters, all insane. I do have the GameCube version of this, but I really wanted the PS2 version of it. It still has this manual too, which is insane. Everything is in Japanese though. But I'm kind of okay with it. I've been on a binge trying to collect all the fighting games I can get, especially Godzilla fighting games or robot fighting games. There's still a lot out there that I need to get. Also, some old RPGs. I'm actually pretty happy that a lot of the old RPGs are coming back to modern consoles. Old strategy games. Unfortunately, with Xbox, I don't think we'll ever see a Super Robot Wars on Xbox again. We did get a 360 Japanese only version. That was basically a ported version of the GameCube version. I do need to get, well, no, I think it was a ported version of the Sega Saturn or Dreamcast version. I definitely need to get a lot of those series back. Breath of Fire, Fire Emblem. Besides the PS2 version, I also got So we never got this in America. What we got was Super Godzilla. What this is Godzilla Kaiju Daikessen. It's basically a Street Fighter version of Godzilla. I don't think there's a lot of monsters on this. I think it was maybe 12. 10, 12. But it was a actual fighting game. Somewhat similar to the Ultraman fighting game, I believe, that we actually got here in America. Like I said, there is a lot of games I'm trying to collect. I still would like to get the 2 Japanese Super Famicom Gundam fighting games. Hopefully, if I can figure what's wrong with my TV, because every single time I try to take a picture or video, it basically is off of the color. It's so bad that a lot of times you can't see what's actually in the pictures. Been trying to fool around with the contrast, the coloring, the brightness. Nothing's worked. But hopefully, once I figure anything out, I can start putting up videos of old gameplays or old games gameplay. There is a lot of great old school games that I would love to show you guys. Like I said, thankfully a lot of that is coming out on current consoles and Steam. But, you know, there's stuff that probably will never see the light of day. I still would love to get the Super Famicom Macross game. Although I think that is literally in the hundreds. I do have the PS2 Macross game, the Sega Saturn Macross game. It's a work in progress. And probably something I kind of will be doing in the future. Going through all the games I actually have, so you guys can kind of see some of it. It's a retro thing, I guess. Like I said, for me, a lot of this that I'm doing, this collection, is about nostalgia. Not only my nostalgia, but about people's nostalgia of hopefully seeing something and getting a reminder of knowing where it's from, feeling the age they remember it from. And Not talking about video games only, but definitely video games. Definitely action figures. Definitely DVDs. Books, comics. Hopefully, when I get things unboxed, can take you guys on a room tour. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, guys, that's this week's mailbox. Thank you so much for tuning in. Give me a comment if you remember any toys from your past, any games from your past. I might have forgotten something that I might want to collect. Take care, guys. Talk to you guys soon. Be safe. Aloha.